Welcome to ExplaQuiz channel. Today we are exploring the 5 basic components of artificial intelligence and why they matter in modern software development. You'll learn how AI systems learn, reason, solve problems, perceive the world, and understand language. And yes, there will be quizzes along the way to test your understanding as we go. Even though AI can look magical from the outside, it actually runs on a few core components. These are the basic capabilities that allow machines to do things that feel intelligent, like learning from experience or understanding language. The article highlights how important these components have become across industries such as healthcare, law, public safety, and enterprise automation. So before we study each one, it helps to see AI not as one single thing, but as a combination of essential functions. The first component is learning, and this is where AI begins to build capability. Just like a child learning to ride a bicycle, AI often improves through trial and error, gradually identifying what works and what does not. It can remember useful items such as solutions, vocabulary, or patterns that led to successful outcomes. This is what makes AI more adaptable over time and gives it a strong foundation for more advanced tasks. The second component is reasoning, which allows AI to make sense of situations and draw conclusions. Instead of only following fixed instructions, a reasoning system can infer what is likely true based on logic and context. The article mentions two forms here, inductive reasoning and deductive reasoning. This is the step that helps AI move beyond simple automation into more human-like judgment. Problem solving is the third major component, and in many ways it is central to what AI is expected to do. At a basic level, AI uses data and rules to arrive at a target solution. In more advanced systems, it may use efficient algorithms, root cause analysis, and heuristics to handle difficult tasks. This is why AI can be useful in areas like fraud detection, predictive maintenance, and cybersecurity threat identification. So that covers the first three components that help AI think through tasks and act on what it knows. Now that we've covered learning to problem solving, let's test what we've learned so far.
Here's quiz number 1. See if you can get it right.
Question 1. What makes the learning component of AI especially valuable over time? The correct answer is, it improves from past experience. Learning allows AI to remember patterns and outcomes from earlier situations. That helps it adapt and perform better when similar problems appear again. Question 2. Which pair of reasoning types was mentioned in the article? The correct answer is inductive and deductive reasoning. The article specifically identifies inductive and deductive reasoning as two categories AI can use to draw conclusions. Question 3. Which example best fits AI problem solving in a real-world setting? The correct answer is detecting fraudulent financial transactions. The article gives fraud detection as a practical example of AI applying data, reasoning, and algorithms to solve problems. The fourth component is perception, which is how AI gathers and interprets information from the world around it. In humans, perception comes through our senses, and in AI it comes through sensors, cameras, microphones, or other input systems. This can be quite challenging because real-world environments are messy and constantly changing. A strong example is self-driving cars, which must identify roads, traffic lights, weather conditions, and nearby objects in real time. The fifth component is language understanding, which helps AI work with human communication in a natural way. This means not just reading words, but interpreting meaning well enough to respond usefully. The article notes that many AI systems are developed in English-speaking environments, so understanding English is especially important in practice. This capability powers chatbots, transcription tools, and translation systems that people use every day. These 5 components are not isolated features. They work together inside real AI systems. A virtual assistant may perceive your voice, understand your language, reason about your request, learn from repeated interactions, and solve the task by giving the right response. The same idea applies to autonomous vehicles and enterprise tools. Now that we understand perception and language understanding, we can see how all 5 components combine into one functioning system. Now that we've covered perception and language, Let's test what we've learned so far.
Here's quiz number 2. See if you can get it right.
Question 1. What is the main role of perception in AI? The correct answer is to sense and interpret surroundings. Perception allows AI to take in visual, auditory, or environmental input and make sense of it in real time. Question 2. Which example from the article strongly depends on AI perception? The correct answer is a self-driving car. Self-driving cars rely on perception to recognize roads, traffic lights, weather conditions, and nearby physical objects. Question 3. Language understanding helps. A. I do what most effectively? The correct answer is interpret and respond to human language. This component enables AI to process language in a way that feels natural to users, supporting tools like chatbots and translation systems. When these 5 components come together, AI becomes useful in serious real-world environments. The article points to industries like finance, healthcare, transportation, enterprise technology, and public safety. In regulated settings, AI can support tasks such as automated redaction, where systems detect sensitive information and remove it accurately. This shows how learning, perception, and reasoning can combine to reduce manual effort while improving speed and consistency. Understanding these components is useful not only for developers, but also for anyone evaluating AI tools for their organization. Once you know the role of learning, reasoning, problem-solving, perception, and language understanding, it becomes easier to judge what an AI system can realistically do. These components are the foundation of modern intelligent software. So that completes our overview of how the 5 basic components of AI work together in practice. Now that we've covered working together, let's test what we've learned so far.
Here's quiz number 3. See if you can get it right.
Question 1. Why is it important to view AI as a combination of components? The correct answer is because each component adds a distinct capability. The article explains that AI works through multiple building blocks, each contributing something essential like learning, reasoning, or perception. Question 2. Which industry example in the article shows AI use in regulated environments? The correct answer is automated redaction software. Automated redaction is mentioned as a tool used in regulated sectors, where AI helps detect and remove sensitive information accurately. Question 3. What is a key benefit when all 5 AI components work together? The correct answer is systems can analyze inputs and act accurately. Together, the 5 components allow AI systems to process information, make decisions, and carry out actions in complex situations. Today you learned that AI is not one single ability, but a combination of 5 core components working together. Hopefully, the quizzes helped you check how well you understood each part. If you enjoyed this interactive lesson, do like, share, and subscribe to Xpla Quiz channel for more smart learning videos.